Hello, student. Very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy, and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discussing about the limitation of Keku's structure. And when there is a two isomeric forms is drawn, the disubstituted bromine at ortho and ortho position. In one case there is a carbon-carbon single bond is present. In another structure there is a carbon-carbon double bond is present. So in that case, when the X-ray diffraction crystallographic structure says that carbon-carbon single bond found to be 1.54 angstrom, whereas in another case, if there is a carbon-carbon double bond is present, it shows the bond length 1.34 angstrom. But in case of the benzene, there is no distinct single bond or double bond, we cannot identify. Hence, the bond length found in benzene, whether it is a carbon-carbon single bond or double bond, the bond length is found to be 1.34 angstrom. And he provided the reason behind it. The double bond are not present at localized position. It is delocalized frequently, and therefore due to the delocalization, none of the structure first and second represent the true structure of benzene, but the actual structure, the stable structure is found to be as a resonance hybrid. I think these are the discussion we had in our previous lectures. And today what we are going to discuss about the stability of benzene. See here, stability of benzene. So how that aromatic compound are especially benzene, why it get extra stability than the other aliphatic compound, or we can say non-aromatic compound. How do you calculate the stability of that benzene? How they could perform the experiment, and they have given the evidences or the proof by 36 kilocalorie per mole. This is a stabilization energy. They were found there. According to Keku's hypothetical structure, benzene possesses 3 single and 3 double bond, and we would expect to find 3 shorter bonds, carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon double bond length 1.34 angstrom, and 3 longer bonds, carbon-carbon single bond length 1.54 angstrom. But X-ray and electron diffraction method showed that benzene is a planar molecule with all 6 carbon-carbon bonds with same bond length 1.39 angstrom. It means that all 6 carbon atoms are also equivalent with respect to electron density. It gives a clue that benzene has delocalized pi electrons. The delocalized pi electron move around the ring. Therefore, in benzene, all 6 carbon-carbon bond lengths are identical. Hypothetical structure of benzene without delocalization pi electron. Let us see here. One of the structure which I am representing here, you can see one double bond here, another double bond here, and one more structure I am representing here. The structure same here. Now electron diffraction and X-ray structure showed that the bond length of this single bond and this is found to be 1.34 angstrom. Here it is 1.54 angstrom when it is a hypothetical structure of benzene. Hypothetical structure of benzene. Hypothetical structure of benzene without delocalization pi electron. Without delocalization pi electrons. Without delocalization pi electrons, and here what they found, whether it is carbon-carbon double bond 1.39 angstrom, in the single bond also they found 1.39 angstrom. The actual structure of benzene. This is the actual structure of benzene. Actual structure of benzene with delocalized pi electron. With delocalized pi electron. Delocalized pi electron. See the differences over here. This is a hypothetical structure of benzene. If you imagine the carbon-carbon double bond 1.34 angstrom, this is the distinct carbon-carbon single bond 1.54 angstrom. This is without delocalization of pi electron. But in actual structure of benzene is like this. You cannot distinguish, you cannot identify carbon-carbon single bond as well as carbon-carbon double bond. All the bond length in benzene is found to be 1.39 angstrom, and this, when this is happen, when there is a pi delocalization of pi electrons takes place, and that is the actually happening in the benzene. And due to its delocalized pi electron, benzene possesses extra stability. Due to this delocalization, benzene possesses extra stability. This is an important word, very important word, which is called as delocalized energy or resonance energy. It is called as a delocalized energy or stabilized resonance energy. It is called delocalized energy or resonance energy. Delocalized energy or resonance energy. Stability of benzene. The stability of benzene is determined by comparison with the heat of hydrogenation of benzene with that of cyclohexene. What they found? Let us see the example here, how they determine the extra stability of benzene comparing with cyclo. Let us see here, this is a structure which represents cyclohexene. Let us see another structure which represents cyclohexadiene. Let us see here the structure which is a hexatriene, which I have shown here. This is the structure of cyclohexene, last suffix ene. This is the structure of cyclohexadiene, cyclohexadiene, and this is the structure of cyclohexatriene. Trine means there will be a 3 carbon-carbon double bonds are there, and therefore it is called as a hexatriene. Now hydrogenation reaction. Hydrogenation reaction means what? When there is a 1 mole of H2 is added. In second case 2 mole of H2 is added. In case of the 3 benzene, 3 H2 hydrogen, nascent hydrogens are added in presence of palladium charcoal here. Palladium charcoal, and what do you get over here? That we can observe here. After addition of this corresponding molecular hydrogens in presence of catalyst palladium charcoal, what do you get? Hydrogenation takes place. This hydrogen atom added across the carbon-carbon double bond, the resulting compound formed will be cyclohexane. This is a cyclohexane, and in addition to that, the energy evolved during this process delta H0, and which is found to be, this is a calculated energy, is found to be minus 28.6 kilocalorie per mole. Kilocalorie per mole. This much amount of the energy evolved during this process. This is a endothermic process, and here in case of, this is a calculated, right? Now after the addition of 2 mole, we will get the resulting compound will be cyclohexane. Same here, cyclohexane, and now here the delta H0 experimental value is found to be minus 57.2 kilocalorie per mole, right? And where delta H0 calculated is also found to be exactly same, minus 57.2 kilocalorie per mole. In the third case, here we are getting cyclohexane once again. The product cyclohexane, that is imaginary, and what is the experimental value comes out here, delta H0 experimental value is comes out minus 49.8 kilocalorie per mole. 8 minus 49.8 kilocalorie per mole, whereas delta H0 calculated is found to be minus 85.8 kilocalorie per mole. So look at here, if you observe these figures, evolved energies during this process, during the hydrogenation, you will find exactly double of this, 28.6 28.6 plus 28.6, it comes out to be 52.6, exactly double. Here in hydrogenation exactly double, but if you add 28.6 then 28.6 and 28.6 in trine, it should be 4.centric 8 8 and 8 16 and 8 24, so 84.8 kilocalorie per mole. This is actually 85.8, that is the value comes out calculated, but experimental actual value is found to be this one. So here what is the difference? Here you can get 85.8 minus 49.8 comes out to be 0. Here 15 minus is 6 1, so 8 minus 5 36 kilocalorie per mole. This much amount of the extra energy is found over here, and that is called as a resonance energy, or this compound is stabilized by more than 36.0 calorie per mole. So observation, what type of the observation? The heat of hydrogenation for one carbon-carbon double bond is calculated using cyclohexene, which is minus 28.6 kilocalorie per mole. Second observation, the heat of hydrogenation for cyclohexa 1,3-diene is very nearly twice that of cyclohexene 2 into minus 28.6 comes out to be minus 57.2 kilocalorie per mole, that is calculated, and experimental heat of hydrogenation are the same. Delta H0 calculated is equal to delta H0 experimental. Now third one, the heat of hydrogenation for benzene considering it as cyclohexatriene is calculated, and it was delta H0 calculated is equal to minus 85.8 kilocalorie per mole. 3 into minus 28.6 is come out to be exactly same, minus 85.8 kilocalorie per mole in fourth. But when the heat of hydrogenation was experimentally determined for benzene, it found to be minus 49.8 kilocalorie per mole. Actual heat of hydrogenation for benzene was much lower than the calculated value. Thus, actual benzene is thermodynamically more stable than hypothetical cyclohexatriene Kekulé structure by 36 kilocalorie per mole. Stability of benzene is equal to delta H0 calculated minus delta H0 experimental, and that is minus 85.8 minus 49.8 is found to be minus 36 kilocalorie per mole, the amount by which benzene is stabilized compared with the hypothetical cyclohexatriene is called stabilization energy. This is called as a stabilization energy, 36 kilocalorie per mole. This is known as a stabilization energy for benzene, or delocalization energy, or resonance energy. And a graphical representation of heat of hydrogenation of benzene also shown over here. So that heat of hydrogenation of benzene, and this resonance energy is associated with delocalization of pi electron. Thus The delocalization of pi electron increases the stability of benzene by 36 kilocalorie per mole. The resonance energy is directly proportional to the number of resonance structure and the stability of the individual structures, and delocalization of pi electron in benzene that we already seen. Then aromatic character and the Huckel rule. What is that aromatic character and the Huckel's rule? I think that point we will discuss in our next lecture, and after that we will study the actual heteronuclear. What do you mean by the heteronuclear and the polynuclear and the heteronuclear aromatic compound? With this, let us stop today here. Remaining we will see in the next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.